Let's get a look into the next lesson, that is structural organization in animals. So basically this lesson starts with an introduction that it's a common thing known to you all. So all the organisms are made up of millions and millions of cells. The cells will combine together to form various tissues. A group of similar tissues of similar characteristics will group together to form organs, and various organs will join together to form the organ system. And the organism with this organ system level of organization is considered to be advanced one, and many single cellular organisms are there, and they are considered to be the primitive ones in terms of evolution. So what are we going to see in this? So in this lesson we are going to see the organ system of frog. So we are going to see in detail about the anatomy of frog, about the internal structure of frog. So that's a general introduction. Frog, it belongs to the class Amphibia, that is it can live both on land and in water, and it belongs to the phylum Chordata. So the common species has a scientific name, that is Rana tigrina. Frogs are usually cold-blooded, that is its body temperature will vary according to the environment, and scientifically it is denoted by the term poikilotherms. Frogs usually have a characteristics, that is camouflage. The skin of the frog, the color will change, that is the skin color will do a mimicry so that it can hide itself comfortably in a grass or in land. So it is a protective mechanism against the predators. Frogs usually when the climate is extremely summer or winter, in order to protect themselves, they dwell deep into some burrows and undergo some sleep. So the long sleep that frog is taking during summer is known as estivation. It is known as summer sleep. And the long sleep the frog is undergoing in winter is known as hibernation. That is winter sleep. So morphology, the external appearance is the morphology. Morphology is actually the external appearance. So if you take the skin of a frog, it is usually smooth and slippery, and it is slippery due to the presence of mucus. A slippery layer that is actually a mucus, and if you see the skin, it is always moist. This is the reason that the frog can respire through skin. We will see in the respiration portion. So actually it has a upper and lower portion, so the dorsal and the ventral portion. So the dorsal upper portion will be the common frog, it is actually olive green in color, and the base ventral portion, it is pale yellowish in color. So we are seeing about the common frog Rana tigrina, and the color of the body, upper side it's olive green and on the bottom it is pale yellow. And usually it will not drink any water, it will absorb the water through this moist skin, and the body is divided into head and trunk. In frog, tail is usually absent, and you know that body is divided into head and trunk portion, but the tail is absent here. And mouth and a pair of nostrils will be present. And if you see the eyes, they are bulged and they are covered by a nictitating membrane. Actually, the nictitating membrane, it's an adaptation to the aquatic system. A transparent layer will be covering the eye so that the frogs can see clearly underwater also. It doesn't have that eyelid will not close, as this transparent membrane is protecting the eyeballs. It is an adaptive mechanism to make the frog see clearly underwater, and the ear is actually represented by a membranous tympanum. Tympanum, it's usually the inner ear, the outer ear will be absent. And how it will receive the sound means, like vibration will create sound, and those vibrations will be collected by the tympanum and it will be processed inside. And it has 4 limbs and hind limb, and in the forelimb, if you see, the digits will be 4, and in the hind limbs, if you see, the digits will be 5. And they help in walking, swimming, leaping, burrowing. So they help in walking, swimming, leaping and burrowing. And hind limbs will be longer and muscular when compared to the forelimbs. That is, hind limbs will be strong, and when the frog is jumping, you can see the hind limbs will be longer when compared to the forelimbs. And frog shows sexual dimorphism, that is, male and female are different organisms. So what differentiates male from female? So male has two things which female lacks. One is vocal sac. So if you see here, a bubble-like structure will be projected out, and the frog usually makes one sound using that, and that is absent in the female. And copulary pad. So in the forelimb, thumb, usually the frogs will have some pad-like structure which will actually provide a tight grip. So these two structures are usually absent in the female. And what is the purpose of this vocal sacs? It will the frog will make a sound, and this vocal sac will multiply it to, or it will amplify it. It will make it to look like a huge sound. So it will amplify the sound produced by the male frog.